Hello everybody, and welcome to this recording, the PCL Season 11 recap. And this is my first time recording this, Week 9 recap. I have recorded it, tried to render it, my PC crashed by doing so, and the file has become corrupt. So I was not able to recover that, and not able to upload that video. So I've seen all the replays and I've talked about everything for a short while, but I think we will make it work somehow. I think it's still interesting to watch the videos or the replays and to go into a bit more detail about what happened. As last time, I will have a Pokemon Damage calc over here, and I will have Smog Tours, where is it? Tours. Yeah, you can see I've used this a lot. Smog Tours, there it is. I use it for a lot of things. I don't know which team I use this for. Can delete all of this. So I'm gonna go into a bit of detail like what could be done to change the outcome of the game, and I will not go into as much detail as in the first recording because I'm simply not in the mood to speak for another, well, it's like 3 hours and it's tiring and I have something to do later. Yeah, because it's Sunday in the morning now. I tried to run and upload it over the night. And with that, let's get going with the first game. It's Omar or Oflo, Highbridge Bros versus Tampa Bay Hitmonlees or Dwayne. Two people I've come to respect a lot as players and people. And let's look at the rosters really quick. Oh yeah, we have the team right here, and we have, let's see. Oh, Dwayne is all the way over here. He already has one of the best mons against Dragapult teams, which is Zeraora. Because Zeraora outspeeds Dragapult, and Zeraora has very limited switch-ins anyways. So it's really good already in this matchup. Like in general, like what is the answer to Zeraora? I guess you go Nidoqueen every single time and you get knocked off the first time with no recovery and slowly get whittled down. Looks unpleasant at best. Froggus also should eat Dragapult's hits easily if it's special and physical Mega Scizor can handle. Zarude also looks very, very, very good. You can chip Skarmory down. Again, if you knock off Rocky Helmet, like there's no threat at just attacking. You can also run the Bulk Up Jungle Drum healing set so you can't get burned or anything. Oh yeah, this looks rough for Omar. I think there are a lot of movesets able to come in clutch, like Mega Scizor with Sword Dance, Bulk Up Zarude, Zeraora with setup. You have Klefki, which just 2-waves something, and Absol can't really block it as a dark type because you just get absolutely demolished by the fairy typing. Yeah, this looks rough. So let's see how it planned out. And Urshifu versus Neuburn, obviously you don't stay in. We see Taunt, which is an interesting. So this is the first turn I probably already don't agree with. I think Urshifu will never Sword Dance here or something, right? So taunting it is not really helpful. You could have gotten it out of Chip on Screamtail, forcing it to do something. And you always can go like Rhyperior or Mega Scizor or Florges. You have ways to go into Screamtail and not worry. The Psychic Noise prevents healing for 2 turns. Now I see Rhyperior comes in against a Flamethrower, which is to be expected against the Scizor team. There's the Wish. Heavy Slam deals a lot. That's crazy. That's no step Heavy Slam, by the way. That's a lot of damage. Rock Blast. Yeah, I think The swap to Urshifu was really predictable here. I think a double to Zeraora was better. See Terra flying. I think that's a very early Terra commit. Supercell Slam doesn't KO. So here, this turn is something you should always remember. Like, don't blow your tech early if it doesn't even kill the opponent. Right here, the swap to the flying type to wall like Urshifu's Drain Punch now obviously helps, but you make yourself weaker into especially like the flamethrower from Screamtail, and like Dragapult also can have flamethrower, will have flamethrower against Scissor, and you just give yourself one less switch in potentially, and you don't even kill. You deal a lot of damage, but since you don't finish it off, it can always be wished up again. Like if there was no wish support, maybe it would be worth it, but with wish support, it's difficult. Obviously, Skarmory can freely check the Earthquake. I wonder why there was no Supercell Slam used just outright again. That was a nice Earthquake read right there. And Skarmory is getting sacrificed, which is interesting because it's the only one that really stops Scissor. Nidoqueen getting a free kill here. There was a nice double. Like, this is what Dwayne should always do. Like, just double around. Should have bullet punched here. Oh, that class combat did nothing. That was a bad turn. Getting flamethrower hit for 50 and CCing instead of bullet punching. Oh, and now it also gets the wish off, so it heals itself by a lot. Yeah, this Screamtail should never have been such an issue, but now it is. I didn't know here block was also transferred over. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we see Zarude with Trailblaze, and now this Zarude is already an issue, right? Like, especially with SD, like this can learn many moves to kill the entire team. And that burn, very unfortunate. If that doesn't burn, I think this Zarude just wins, right? Let's see, how much does knockoff do? 51, so double damage would have killed. Now Zarude dies though. Ushi would have died, Dragapult would have died. Yeah, this would have won the game already. Bullet Punch doesn't KO. This Nidoqueen, very defensive. You see Zeraora coming in. It outspeeds, so it can just hit. Very nice play here, by the way. Like, I want to highlight this. Baiting in the knockoff by going Dragapult, because that is the only move that you can click that KOs. And then doubling out, because you want Screamtail to be knocked off. Like, Choice Scarf on this Screamtail is very bad. So that double back to get your item knocked off is really, really good. That was a very, very smart play. We see, like, Plasma Fist should slowly take down the Screamtail now. Taunt, good choice, just to remove the opponent. Oh yeah, like the monster can check it. Knockoff doesn't KO, and now Florges, I guess, can just Moonblast. Oh, Steering is a good tech. I wonder if that always kills, or if there was a way to avoid that. I mean, he should be defensive, let's be honest. Versus Dragapult. Let's just go with this real quick. It has no item anymore. Let's assume it's Adamant, because there's no reason. No, it's a Spadef. Let's see. I'm just gonna put it in like this right now. How much did it take? 73, so it's not even fully defensive, right? Otherwise it would have also, like, if it was full HP invested, it was already not dying. So a slight tech issue right here. If we look at this calc, like, you don't even need any defense. I assumed it would be a Spadef or defense one. I would have run like mixed, like maybe like 152 and resistance per def. Because if you look at it, like Florgus, yeah, you see, like I'm just putting up things here. Oh, but like it was Scarf, right? So I guess it was an offensively spreaded set. Like, let's see, how much speed would it even need to be of value against this one? Like full speed? Is that even enough? Like that goes to 410 speed, so that's not enough to outspeed Dragapult. So that's kind of useless. So let's see, like if we want 353, then we would have to go up to 235 speed. Or 236. So there was still a lot of maneuvering possible. Yeah, this is... Hey, would you look at that? It's 20 EVs. Yeah, this tooltip right here, by the way, right? If it says, hey, you can save EVs, do it. Then you can just plump them in here, I guess. Guess should have been something like this. Like Scarf Trick, you always trick anyways with Florgus, right? There's no way you sweep with this one. Yeah, but because it was an offensive set that Steel Wing always kills, I guess. That's a good tag. And that is the punishment for letting Rhyperior die. I think Rhyperior with like any defense would have eaten a Dragon Darts at the end still. You can see like Rhyperior. Let's say it's a UU Stealth Rockstead. Yeah, look at this. That's incredible. Because it also Terra to flying. There's no damage dealt here. One of the Phantom Force kits were on a crit maybe. Yeah, on a crit like both kill, but yeah. I think sacrificing Apiria when you don't have a Florgus with HP, like this is what lost the game in the end. But that was a good game, and I think the burn really screwed him over. Zerud would have won the game outright at that point. Well, Corona burning was really unlucky. Could have been like Zerud could have had the item that it doesn't get burned by the flame body, or could have been Lumberry to heal from a burn. But you don't expect these kind of things, so that was kind of unfortunate. Omar getting absolutely carried by burn. Goodness, are back absolutely demolishing Superiors. Oh yeah, like week 10 I will not go into it, I will record it like another day. But there's a lot to talk about. So let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, good day. So back has Tapu Bulu against the Rain Core. That is already like kind of free. And Iron Hands. I wonder if there's even like... Oh yeah, like... There's nothing stopping a Bulu here. That's rough. With close combat, with Horn Leech, like, you can just click buttons. Same with Iron Hands. Thunder Punch, Drain Punch. There's no switch in. You have nothing for it. That's rough. Substitute against Spikes. This is like a very typical start of the game, right? You just set hazards, punish hazards. Shadow Ball needs 50, so this is a 2-hit KO most of the times anyways, I guess. That Toxic Mist was very unfortunate, but this could be Hydration. Like Hydration Rest. And then it wouldn't even matter. You could Scout for it, I guess. I would just Toxic here to Scout for it, honestly. Because if you know it's not Zap Zipper, you can attack more freely with Bulu's Horn Leech. That Earthquake had 4%, by the way. Big damage, big damage. There's a defensive Bulu, it has leftovers. And yeah, that was a bad turn. for good days are back. Getting minuscule chip on a mon that probably can't even touch your Shedinja. Like half HP gun, it doesn't really matter. And losing one of your best mons in the matchup, that's not a good turn. And like Gudra having Sludge Wave is not a secret. It's a known fact. But that's a good choice to give Gudra Sludge Wave in for this position, which makes me believe it's Zap. Yeah, Shedinja just walled Swampert. What you gonna do? Free Will-O-Wisp. I wonder what this... Oh yeah, Leech Seed is a good... Like, Leech Seed is always a good choice. I wonder if it has Body Press, that would have helped. That's a raw overheat into a Rain Core. Kind of crazy. Pelipper doesn't have the best Spadef. Yeah, this is just dead. This is probably Specs GU, and Pelipper Spadef is kind of bad. So you just get absolutely demolished. I think if you know that the opponent has Shedinja, like Mega Swampert, like let's look at it, like we need a NetDex format for it. Let's go to NetDex draft, it's here. Like if you know the opponent has a mon that is designed to wall your Mega, right? This gets knockoff. You can fish with Ancient Power because you don't need the damage output from it anyways. Get Stone Edge. You can Toxic even if you want. Like there were ways to avoid this Swampert getting walled by a 1-point mon. I think there was a moveset issue. Which doesn't mean like this is a bad Swampert moveset. I'm saying there could have been differences made, or using Rain Dish to use the opponent's rain against them. That's disgusting. Typical. Does he even have a way to kill Shedinja? Guess Ferrothorn can Leech Seed. Coco can have Brave Bird, I guess. Floatzer probably can have knockoff. But there is... Oh yeah, Thunder without Rain. Boosts up. That Earthquake kills, yeah. I mean, to be expected. Yeah, no, I think this game is just lost on wrong movesets. Yeah, I think there should have been more like... There should have been knockoff on... Ferrothorn, I think, gets knockoff. Swampert gets for sure gets knockoff, just in case. Because if you get walled by one mon, that is usually supposed to be like bad. That is not like helpful to you. Because I think even if I look at the team, like Drapion, if we look at Drapion, like I wonder, I'm fairly confident, but I'm gonna... why is this not NetDex draft anymore? I'm lost. Like I think Drapion gets Pursuit. Yeah, should have just run Drapion with Pursuit and make sure this mon doesn't wall you, I guess. Because Drapion with Pursuit is good anyways. Like if we look at the team, it has an AG Slash. You see the Shedinja. So those two getting trapped is big. And you can Poison Jab the Bulu. And knockoff in general against this team is really helpful. Like knocking off Iron Hands item, knocking off Lando's Life Orb, Chiyu Specs, Reggie Dragos, whatever. Like they come in, you knock on your knockoff, and you just get so much value out of it. So I think Drapion was a better bring here. That was embarrassing. Sorry about Shedinja. Was the only way I could win. I don't think I have many counters. Nah. Yeah, like Good Days Are Back even says it like, oh, I figured more Swamper or Coco sets. But it's in my opinion that's a wrong idea. You should always consider that even like Tapu Koko, right? Let's say Tapu Koko. You have Brave Bird, you have Acrobatics, you have Toxic, obviously. Like these moves. Yeah, you can even erase Assurance, right? But like Brave Bird is the best one. You just need anything to kill this Shedinja. And you don't want your best mons, so Mega Swampert and Tapu Koko, to be walled. So run these moves. Like, yeah, oh, Brave Bird looks so bad. Yeah, I agree. Brave Bird does look bad. But what looks worse is losing the game on nothing. Also, Brave Bird helps against Bulu. Because otherwise Bulu completely destroys Koko anyways. So there was no reason to not bring it, in my opinion. I think that is the lesson to be learned here, right? Look at what mon walls my mons. And especially like Shedinja. Shedinja is known to wall mons it shouldn't, because moveset issues. And you shouldn't fall for it. It's like it's a one trick kind of thing. You know it's what it does, and you should always have super effective hits on it on most of your mons, especially the important ones. Oh yeah, I'm by the way, why am I alone? Because it's 10 in the morning my time zone, so that there's no way anyone else is awake. So we see the Ducklets versus the Incineroars. We see one of the worst lead matchups for Medicham in the game. Because fake out into a normal, like the normal move kills when true frustration. U-turn, good choice. Rocky Helmet. Free chip. You can see like, I think this isn't the first time I've done this too, where Rocky Helmet demolishes. Rocky Helmet bulky water type demolishes the bunny. It's a common thing because Mega Lopunny really struggles breaking down these very defensive regenerator mons. I guess Power Punch and Adamant could have helped. Because Iggy's team is so Ducklet's team is so slow. Like imagine if this Lopunny had Power Punch, Close Combat, Quick Attack, and Return. Sounds like a trash moveset, but it goes into this team perfectly. And like, oh yeah, the opponent has a ghost type. Yeah, it doesn't matter because you're a bunny. You have Scrappy. You still deal a lot of damage with Return. Or Frustration, whatever you choose. Depends on if you want your Lopunny to love you or hate you. You see this close combat deals 36. So let's see. Mega Lopunny. CC against. We want. How is it called? Momola. Yep. And now let's see. +1 is already 55%. And if we calc in power up. I can't type, so let's just go for punch. Power punch. It's 12% to plus 50%. And if you really want, you can go for another one, and then it's like this is death. There should be no way that anything really wins against this. Like you can get squad burned. Let's see, I doubt this Alomomola will even Scald here. Probably flip turns. Yeah, I doubt this Alomomola even runs Scald. Or if it does, like you see, it's not damaged, so you just have to dodge the burn once. And you already cause big trouble. And the only mon that outspeeds you is probably a Scarf and a Morris. And this dies to... this takes like so much from a +2 quick attack. That's already insane. And you have Iron Threads to switch into anyways. Colossal Terra Grasses. That's kind of insane. Gyarados coming in. Kind of risky because obviously this is Monoglon Stone Edge. Power Whip almost KOing a Alomomola. That's a lot of damage. But we see like Flip Turn, it will be fine again. Ogerpon is sturdy. If he Horn Leeched here, that would be insane. Ivy Cutchill obviously doesn't KO. And the issue is like there's so much priority here. You have King Gambit. You have the Scarf and Amoris, yeah. There's also like King Gambit with Sucker Punch, Fake Out potentially from Medicham. Like, does it burn? It didn't burn. Heavy Duty Boots removed. Still no burn. Okaberry, he crashed this. Iron Treads is very heavy, boys and girls. Iron Treads is very heavy itself. So Colossal doesn't have the highest power with Heat Crash. So even if it's super effective step, like 20% or 10% with Okaberry, like that's nothing. I don't even think it should have run Okaberry unless there's a bigger threat for it. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to deal with Iron Moth. Yeah, I guess. But you see, like, for Colossal, that does nothing. Spectre always gets one King Gambit. Spectre should be like Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. And then it's Will-O-Wisp, and now the Kartok Leaf comes in because Will-O-Wisp. So it's Hex as only attack. Yeah. You see Kata almost KOing. Now it's the issue, like, you can Hex, but you die to Sucker, and you can Nasty Plot, but you can't really stop the Sucker Punch spam here. And yeah, Douglas getting the read. Iggy, too known in the Sucker Punch. And that's incredible. There's nothing to be done. Oh yeah, that's a Define too, right? Because it didn't get the attack boost. If it got the attack boost back, it probably was O-coded even through the burn. Going to tank the Fake out of a Alomomola. We know close combat never KOs. And see, like this Lopunny, like Mega Lopunny is probably the best Mega in drafts. But it struggles finding value against these very, very defensive, especially water types. Now Scarf and Amoris just CCs everything. I mean, this is still a close match, but you have to see, like, the difference is that this Lopunny is dead to the next Rocky Helmet chip, while Medicham can't be Rocky Helmet. Well, Psyshock just kills. Better probably was to chip into an Amoris range. Now we see 53. Mode switch doesn't KO. This is why we need T-Boat sometimes. Probably assumed. Yeah, this is also like, there was a 50-50 in the end. Figures Alomomola on the Fake Out, which kills an Amoris. Rotomall would come double in and vote switch, and Alomomola dies. And then Fake Out kills an Amoris. So this was a big read in the end game. Right here. Like, where is it? Like, right here, I guess. The combined turns are 32 and 33. Which was a very big read. I think he said, like, he took advice from me when I said he plays too predictably. Sometimes he plays very straightforward, so you always know what he's doing. So he didn't do it this time, and that really that won the game. He would have lost otherwise. Obviously preserving the second kill. Good read. Yeah, that was a mandatory read, otherwise he would have lost. That was a really, like, high level match. I think, like, King Gambit defined as an interesting choice because of Intimidate Gyarados and Defog Rotomall. If it was Supreme Overload, it probably would have killed Spectre in one hit though. Even through the burn, which would have helped a lot. Because that way King Gambit was super low at the end and was sacrificed, and it did its job, but it's always nice to have the option to go King Gambit late game for Sucker Punch. So that is like one small thing I would have maybe changed. I know why it was defined, but I think there's a good reason to run Supreme Overlord. If you can calc out like Spectria, let's say like Spectria, whatever. And then you have King Gambit, Bulky, Setup Super, whatever. And you see like this counter cleave, when its status is burned. Yeah, this is basically the situation we had. Let's say one ally fainted, doesn't even KO. You would need like 3 allies fainted? Yeah. Then ignore what I said. Dude, this is so little damage. You could also invest like defensively into Spectre, that would have been so insane. Yeah. This is rough. King Gamma dealing no damage. if you run like, if you run instead of any special attack, right? Because you don't really need it. You can just set up with Nasty Plot. If you run like 152 and 100, yeah, that's no damage. You can still at +2 absolutely blast this one. That's funny. With that out of the way, this was a good match. I don't think either side had many other options for like moveset choices outside of the low punny. The Dons defeating the Chicago Celesteelers. Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember this game. No good luck, have fun. That's how we do it. Crit 17%. That's the power of resist and having a good physical defensive mon. Facade eats. Probably should recover here. Freeze dry. Interesting. Palafin coming in. Could CC, but probably flip turns. Yeah, we see 10%, so Suicune is like super defensive, takes no damage. We see what Raikou is up to. Shadow Ball is an interesting choice. Like, Raikou has so many moveset options in net decks. I wonder, but it doesn't really have any way to kill this Registeel, I see. Yeah. That's the issue with like certain ones, right? Guess Aura Seer was an option. Core Mind Aura Seer. I wonder what Registeel even does to kill Raikou. Like, probably nothing. Yeah, Seismic Toss is not a worry if you have like leftovers. Kind of just demolish it. Probably shouldn't vote switch here, just get the maximum chip. See Earthquake coming in. Good play, could rapid spin the rocks here. Doesn't rapid spin. No, it's defog for whatever reason. Alright, defog because of the terrain from Lele, and I think it should be rapid spin. That's just better. Swapping to Palafin, reasonable, given that you don't want this, like, you don't want Seismic Toss spam, and like, I think you expected rocks. We go Palafin forward. Pressure Gardevoir. Getting burnt doesn't really matter. I see Wish. So Palafin can come in and heal up. Yeah, that's a big wish. Like, the issue is Gardevoir's max HP. not that high compared to other ones, so that flip turned out a lot. Should have CC'd though, probably. At a very late registeel, like heavy slam reveal. Like, if this heavy slammed earlier, I thought God of War would have stayed in. But now it did, and that's a good snipe. CC, dude, that's so weak. 25%. Probably Defox, Haze, yeah, there's nothing. For the Suicune, I'm gonna skip through a few turns because there is little that either side can do to pressure out specific mons. Big iron defense. Raw, soundproof, that's insane. Does Scald burn? No. That's a big psychic. Scarada coming in very late. Reveals heavy duty boots, by the way. That's a big wave crash. That too. I wonder if... Let's see. Right here. I want to see the calc. This is probably like... This is Choice Scarf, Palafin. So let's go to the damage calc. Palafin, hero. Instead of Choice Band, we go Choice Scarf. And we go Jolly. We want to be speedy. Because he wants to judge speed Lele. And then we go for Sneasler set. Sneasler. Wave crash, and let's say it has, because it doesn't really need any much speed, right? Yeah, even that is like more than enough. I guess you should have just attacked here, because if this SDs, like, you auto lose the game. But they read it, so like they knew it's the only play, so CC'd. But the sleep timer from Bastiodon is too high. Acrobatics 2, it chaos a +2. I wonder if this Bastiodon has no defensive investment. Probably should have like had some defense to tank like a bit more, but yeah, this is GG. Could have baited in the CC earlier maybe. That's a rough situation. Like Sneasler is so good into Kalen's team anyways. Even prep wise. Let's see, I lost 0-3. Oh yeah, I remember my game. I can explain you exactly where I'm bad. I'm bad like a at the start, right? This is a Staff Rock Spike, Scout Jump. I should have EQ'd probably. Toxicking turn 2, like that was so bad. There was no way Magmortar stays in. I just wanted to get the spikes up. Like this guard jump is basically just sacrifice. Banette comes in. I thought the Poltergeist would be like dealing a lot of damage after a Sword Dance. He stayed in, which I found crazy, by the way. Like, I didn't expect that. 34%, big damn. But I made a big mistake. I have Destiny Bond. Should have just clicked it, get rid of Overquill. And now this mark, though, like, this is an evil set. I mean, it got nerfed in Gen 8, but the berry recycle mark is still very good. You can see, like, the Scald deals 35 that I can eat. Aggraf Berry, Poison Jab kills. And I can just recycle this berry over and over and over again and be fine. Unless, of course, I get crit and burned. And after that, I just, yeah, that was a bit, that was really unfortunate. Valiant comes in, and this set is designed to just deny stuff like Bronzong if it uses Heavy Slam as only attacking move, or Sylveon if it uses Hyper Voice as only attacking move. So protect disable from 1v1 if ever any of you played 1v1 before. So I set up a Calm Mind. I get burned again. I just set a Calm Mind again though because I'm tilt. I reveal that Moonblast is my only attacking move. Deal no damage here, and this game is already lost at this position. This Articuno was made to counter his weather, but he didn't bring his weather. Because it's a Sun team, but this should have been Haze Articuno. But that should have killed the Pufferfish. Mike would have won the game if I didn't get burned and crit in one turn. Like, if it happens like in separate turns, I can heal up before, or like kill the McMortar before the burn or the crit happens. But combined, there was nothing I can do, I think, from that turn. The Valiant set was also experimental. Could have run a better Valiant set, I think. Like, just an SD set probably is better. Limited on Gengars versus New York Charizards. New York Charizards fighting for dear life. If we look at the standings in week 10, 9th place and has to win to kick out Good Days Are Back from playoffs, which is an incredible race to the top right here. So like, there is a lot going on. And we see New York Charizards. No Roar of Time, obviously, this time against them. So the Scolipede can't suddenly end the game. Scolipede versus Hitmonchan as a lead. Had knockoff there a lot, which makes me believe this is an offensive Zapdos. And it's gone. There's no Zapdos anymore. Bullet Punch. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a good Hitmonchan set against this team. Going Zygarde is a bit insane to me. Let's see, Will-O-Wisp doesn't hit. No, we see Dragon Dance. Is it Body Press or Earthquake? Earthquake, okay. I think Renerigus learns Body Press too. I don't think Umbreon should have come in there, because Umbreon really doesn't do much against Runerigus. Oh yeah, Endeavor. T-Spike's Endeavor is such an evil set on Scolipede because he gets so much value on the defensive side of Mons. So this Umbreon, which would have walled, like, which could have killed or walled Runerigus and helped against Yancy, suddenly is just gone, which is really tough. And Zygarde is poisoned. Like, T-Spike's really putting in work here for free now. That's big. We see the Dragon Dance here. Thousand Arrows deals no damage, even at +1. That's literally like 32% is so little. If Runerigus had reliable recovery, that would have been like full HP Runerigus, dead Zygarde. I mean, Zygarde still dies. But Runerigus is basically dead, which means that the Iron Boulder later has an easier job finishing off. Securing clicks Earth Power. This could be Scarf Curum. It reveals it isn't. If it was Scarf Curum, that Earth Power would have been nasty. Iron Boulder now comes in. Quark Dry. Speed boosts. I don't think speed boost was mandatory. I think attack boost was also very viable here. Wild Charge. I wonder why Wild Charge. Because you have Mighty Cleave for flying. And you have Earthquake for steel. Like, what is the rationale behind using Wild Charge? Power punches. Probably Bullet Punch. Yeah, this is big damage now. Primarina is a good mon, but it can't fight off two strong mons at the same time. I think this Heavy Slam just KOs too. And yeah, that is a quick win. 23 turns. Really, like, lost the Zapdos very early on, which was a bad play, but honestly, Zapdos didn't do anything anyways this matchup. So just cleanly walked through the team afterwards. Backstation versus Communist Doge. I will not watch this replay because I will spoil a bit. Communist Doge was banned from the league for deciding to ping me in a post with the book Mein Kampf, which I took as a pretty personal attack. We did not appreciate it. No one in the league appreciated it. And they got banned. So I refused to watch the replay. And Chiabucks versus Hades of Ender. And if we look at the standings, Chiabucks finishing at the very bottom. Very unfortunate for Elise, but she got a win, so that's the important thing. You never want to go out with a 0 here. And Hades was 3rd before this week got a 10. Let's see. If we look in the rosters, there's Hades. Where are the Chiabucks? Right next. Okay. Oh, Blaziken is really strong here. Because you can run Substitute, Sword Dance, Reversal, Thunder Punch. I think that covers every single opponent mon. Yeah, it basically kills every opponent mon. Urshifu is like the only one that can stop it. We have Aqua Jet. No, not Aqua Jet, like Sucker Punch. Using Liepard as you switch in for Urshifu also. Wild. Play Rough deals nothing, knock off. It said it is Oka Berry to stop the Blaziken from sweeping. Hades not happy with that knockoff. Power Jam deals no damage because now it is not super effective. It's just neutral. That energy ball dealt so much, Jesus. Mode switches out reasonably here. I wonder what. Oh, Frostmoth comes in on the Volt Switch. That's a good turn. Because now Frostmoth is not a troublemaker anymore. Like, you can just, yeah, Dragon Tail it out. Toxic it maybe with Melodic. Because it revealed its heavy duty boots. Otherwise it would have been getting slowed by the webs. That's also a big burn. Vikavolt comes in against the Defog. I wonder, like, you could play webs here again or just T-Boat. Just T-Boating would be better probably. Oh, it's not T-Boat, obviously. CC. That's choice band, right? There's no way this is not choice band. 41%. Or this is an offensive Lando. With Hammer Arm, it might actually just be offensive Lando. What the hell? Go Wicked Blow crit. Yeah, this is so much damage. Urshifu did so much damage. Stayed in. Kills the Blaziken. This was a big read. Like, if that didn't pay off, like, that could have been, like, the end right there. Flare Blitzing here. Kills the Corviknight. Oh, you can even have Earthquake instead of the Thunder Punch, I think. Shadow Claw deals no damage. Toxic. This is unfortunate because the Vikavolt was so big here so far. No EQ, yeah, he expected the EQ too. See, Terra Water, but this is Scarf Lando. Hammer Arms, kills. Alakazam, not Magic Guard, by the way. Traces the Levitate. Goes for Barrier. It's the Barrier set once again. Which This is a crazy Alakazam set. Oh, 8. Dude, that voltage killing is insane. But yeah, it's this Alakazam set. Barrier, Calm Mind, Stored Power. Really, like, this is a nasty set. At least, yeah, I said earlier, like, Blaziken could have had a different set. I think Gladius was not really, like, Gladius didn't do anything because it was sacrificed into Urshifu's Wicked Blow. I think just attacking there, or like, yeah, probably just attacking there. I mean, you can always scout what the opponent does, and if you get slightly punished for it, there's still, it's better than getting hard punished for the opponent reading you to double out. I think overall, team building wise, like Blaziken should have Earthquake, I guess. And Latias could have run like a Dragon Dance set and win the game in the end. Choice Scarf Land OG is interesting to me. I wonder if a defensive set would have been better. And Aromatisse would have probably walled Urshifu Single Strike. So I wonder why it was left at home. But overall, like, that Alakazam set could have won at any point if used in the right position. Right, with that, we only have a few games left to watch. Flavortown Flareons versus Miami Mimikyus. My boy Aaron playing. There's no Banana King. Yeah, I watched this game live and Aaron was like, oh, what the hell do I do again? So I want to point this out, right? We see Gouging Fire here. Now let's jump to Aaron's team. Is it the only way Gouging Fire's ever stopped is Clefable walling it at one point. And even that doesn't really work because Clefable, you can't just make Gouging Fire not take any damage from Clefable and run like a substitute Dragon Dance set and slowly like build up power. So I was like, what do I do? And when he didn't see it, he was very happy. That Seed Flare nearly OHKOing. Hidden Sturdy right there. Yeah, I mean, aggro never survives there. Seeing Terra Steel, the special attack drop. I think even without special attack drop, this doesn't KO ever. Synthesis is up. Clefable, probably unaware the way it's brought in against Torterra. Heavy Slam deals 50, that's so much. Gets the Toxic off, and now obviously it would have died either way, the crit didn't matter. This is a good choice to run Heavy Slam because he probably saw like, oh yeah, Clefable is the one that can actually win. Obviously Seed Bomb doesn't threaten the KO, so now this is a big turn. And I want to highlight this. He revealed that Seed Bomb never 2-hit KOs unless crit. So the opponent is forced to Shell Smash again to threaten the 2-hit KO. And so the U-turn deals enough damage that Poison actually like nearly kills it. Also like assumed against the Steel type that an Earthquake could come in, but didn't want to sacrifice Gligar in case it Seed Bombs. So just sacrificing Volcanion, which does nothing in this matchup. Good choice. This Shaman set is really nasty. On this Obstagoon. Yeah, that's the issue with Obstagoon. Is before it's burned, it doesn't deal too much damage. No Quick Attack, no Sucker Punch. I don't even know if it gets... I think it gets priority, but I don't know which one. You see, now it's sacrificed, so Lele doesn't get much value. Big Trailblaze. Getting burned is rough though. Guess you can just... Oh, Zen Headbutt flinches. Big flinches. Now Trailblaze KOs, and with 2x speed and the flinch, now the terrain walk wears off, so you have to go Lele again, so Sneasler can get the terrain boost by Unburden. And this is a really sad situation, because if Trailblaze kills Lele, this game is lost. It doesn't, so he poison jabs. But at this point, like, unless Sneasler acrobatics, which kills, like, you just absolutely demolish it. And even if it acrobatics, you just have to deny the sword dance, because then Gligar absolutely finishes it off. So the endgame, because of the flinch, was much easier. And that's like really big. Without the flinch, like... well, but without the non-kill and flinch, I guess. If it killed, you could have gone Sneasler. If it didn't flinch, you would have gotten off the damage on Medicham that this Night Slash kills. I think Gligar still just wards and wins, but... I would have been closer. And there would have been play. But this way, that happened. The Lincoln Lucario versus Marvel's Gamalodics FF for 3-0 for the Lincoln Lucarios. See, San Jose's Goddess Gods versus Detroit Dussies. And Detroit Dussies losing 3-0. Look, it's 0-3, 3-0, 0-3-0, 3-0, 3-0. And 3 of them are FFs. That's an insane week. Let's see. Oh, damn, I forgot to nickname. I never nickname my mons. There's no personal attachment to them. We see them trading T-Spikes and Spikes. Clicking T-Spikes one too many times. Happens, doesn't really matter. This side-ups with now Circle Throw. Into the Rocky Helmet. Kakavik and Rapid Spin. Oh, no Rapid Spin. Why not Rapid Spin? Would have cleared out the spikes. Oh, I guess especially when the opponent is Samurott, that would have been so nice. Why is this leftover Samurott? I was surprised. Is there really no speed control on the other side, so you don't really want Scarf? Let's see. Samurott. I mean, that team is so slow that you probably just can actually get away playing your entire team slower. I wonder, like, against Meowscarada, don't you want Scarf? Meowscarada. Like, if you ran Scarf, you had Speed Gardevoir, you had Speed Meowscarada, which probably doesn't run Scarf into your team. Outspeed Salamence. I think Scarf Samurott was a good bring here, maybe. And then obviously Rapid Spin Kokavil. Should have Rapid Spin immediately. From my point of view, at least. I wonder... Maybe it Rapid Spins now. Maybe it does have Rapid Spin, it just didn't use it earlier. Yeah, no. There it is. Kakada, obviously. Kokavil resisting everything Samurott does is tough for Samurott. Slowbro coming in. No, I wonder what Slowbro's doing. Toxic, no Psychic, I guess. Or just didn't assume that Kokavil stays in. Bringing in Clodsire against someone that can learn Psychic is kind of insane. Like, if this Slowbro had Psychic and let's say Psychic Body Press, that would have been a much different game here. Ice Beam deals nothing. Stomach can also have Psychic, so this Quackavil is living with no fear. That's actually insane. There was so many turns where this Quackavil could have already been killed by Starmie, by Slowbro. Psycho Cut. That's a really good choice. Psycho Cut on Scizor for the Clodsire. That's smart. I hope it's CC for Heatran later too. Or substitute Heatran, that's evil. We see Fire Spin, so the trapping set. We see Body Press. So no worries here. Body Press did so much against Kokava, that's insane. Now this Body Press kills. Oh, he just took 6 again. Is it recover? No, no recover. Otherwise he should have recovered there, obviously, so I assume he doesn't run it. There's Miascarada threatening the knockoff. This Samurott is taking so much damage from moves. I assume that it's bulky with leftovers, but it takes so much. That's kind of crazy. Oh, that's unfortunate for Gardevoir. Switching into neutral, Ceaseless Edge. Taking 85 and Aqua Jet, obviously always finishing it. And also, like, Samurott could also have Sucker Punch, which kills it even harder at that point. I think this Samurott set, like, now that I look at it, it's better than a choice set because of this, like, situation. Unless you're choice banned and Ceaseless Edge KOs Gardevoir. Or, like, you're Scarf, but then you need 2 Ceaseless Edges. Which means Gardevoir could always come in after you KO'd something and threaten you out. So maybe the Samurott sword is, like, surprisingly the way. It just looks a bit off. But the more it's used in the game, the better it becomes. So. Electro T-Bot absolutely getting walled by Zapdos here. Zapdos very underrated sometimes. Like, you can wall so many moves. Toxic Dodge, that's unfortunate. And another Toxic Dodge. That's a double unfort because you really needed those to hit. Oh, staying on the triple Axel. Oh, getting at least a static, but this is dead and you needed Zapdos in my opinion. Slowburner can come in. Body Press, 41%. You really don't want to stay in, I think. Oh, you actually just don't mind me, I guess. Just accept the T-Bot 56% chip. I mean, you can just, I guess, regenerate or jump. Miascarada, this should do 0, yeah, like 30%. Double resisted, there's nothing. Big knockoff, like this set on Heatran, the issue with it is it requires leftovers. Now that the leftovers are knocked off, this Heatran set is basically useless. We see Fire Spin, we see Protect, obviously, slowly chipping it down. Miascarada coming in against the Scald. Knocks off the Starmie's Choice Scarf. But Samurott now finishes the game with 2 Aqua Jets. That was a well-played game overall. I think if Slowbro had Psychic, the game would have been ended much earlier. Because Kokava and Klotza would have been dead way sooner. In general, this Kokava lived on the edge, switching into Starmie, staying in on Slowbro. That's kind of crazy to me. But the Samurott set, in the end, coming in clutch. I wonder what the 4th move is. Like, what the option was there. So, let's see. Maybe they can tell us what the 4th move was. Choice Scuff Diggersby's losing to Brooklyn Rest. Choice Scuff Diggersby. I've said it before, not the item. Oh, that's a good lead matchup. That Shadowball did so much. Where's your Shadowball switch in actually? Like Tita and Pursuit Trap this Typhlosion, I guess? Aurora's getting chipped. And Aurora's getting killed. And this is a big death from Aurora's because of the rocks start lying here, but Primolunar Kids anyways. But no Veil means like this Bex can't come into just free setup right now. Diggersby can't set up now. Like this is a really bad death, honestly. Oh, do you see light screen on Florges? Which Makes everything I just said irrelevant. That's a 35% on a move that is resisted. There's Ironhead, kills Florges. Yeah, I wonder where... Doesn't Joycraft Diggersby have any answers to that one? Where is the team there? Yeah, they truly only can run Venusaur to win against... Like, defensively against Excadrill. That's a rough matchup. That's a really, really bad matchup then. Like, what you gonna do against this Ironhead spam? Sticky Webs also against Malamar a bit risky. Make It Rain should... Yeah, Vikavolt should eat Make It Rain. Hidden Power, Fire or Ground. See Diggersby coming in. This EQ spam is free now. But yeah, we see this Malamar speed boosting now. That's the issue. You have to get the free Scarf basically. Choice Scarf Diggersby. Killing the Malamar that got a free Scarf basically. Tita surviving an EQ is kind of crazy. Now this Rock Slide chip is really bad for Diggersby because you want this to kill Excadrill later. Primarina. So Typhlosion getting sacked here. There's no way, like, yeah, Hyper Voice was free, so there was no way that this would rise, right? Like, we all knew. Diggersby probably running Frustration or Return, yeah. But it doesn't KO. Because Choice Scarf doesn't have the highest attack. It helped a lot against Malamar. Like, it was a good surprise against Malamar, but it didn't work out against the Primarina afterwards. Executed Ironhead always kills here, because no snow boost. You think the kill on the Aurora is really snowballed. Otherwise you could have gone into the Weather War, but the matchup is so bad. Like, just looking at the teams, you would have to run defensive Venusaur. You would have had to run... Probably Mega Sharpedo is really good in this matchup. Because, like, everything I see, what was used in the game, like, struggles with Mega Sharpedo. Like, Excadrill and Tita, you can outspeed with Waterfall. And kill. Primarina walls it. But you can just kind of like wait until it terras and then Crunch is a big threat. Golden God dies to Crunch. Annihilate dies to Psychic Fangs. Maybe Mega Sharpedo was the play. But outside of that, there was that matchup is not fun. Not at all. Next Meowsticks killing the Plymouth Primates. 6-0. That's a crazy stat line. Oh yeah, I remember this. It was April Fool's Day and they wanted the Sprite Scan. Terra Fire Whirlpool Quagsire. That's an incredible moveset. I didn't really pay attention to the game. I will be completely honest with you people. Terra Fire. Probably to actually wall the Magmortar. And Palafin doesn't really do much because you have Water Absorb. So it's an interesting idea. Defogging your own terrain. It's kind of unfortunate. This Cobalion is crazy. Oh, big Volt Switch read here. Didn't Flash Cannon. This Swallow took so much here. That's really unfortunate. And now Rocks are up, so Swallow is dead unless defogging with Coco again. I wonder what Magmortar does. Yeah, Swallow sacrifices itself here for a free switch. Now Garchomp comes in. Magmortar probably HBIs. Terra Grasses and HBIs. KOs. And yeah, that was the forfeit. I think it was a bit early to forfeit, but I can see why. Like, this matchup is already, like... There's not much you can do after you lost Swallow and Garchomp. Scizor handled Sylveon and can kill this McMortar now that it's no longer fire type potentially. So does Coco. But Darkrai and Palafin and Cobalion just win, and you have nothing to stop them anymore. Garchomp could have broken through otherwise, like with Swallow, but now there's no breaking power anymore. So while it's a very early forfeit in a 4-0 situation, a 4v6 situation, I kind of understand why, because there was not much play left. Alabama Arcanines versus Soviet Union. Soviet winning 4-0. I will not go into detail like what could have been done different, because I don't think there's much value when the game is not played out. You lose a bit of information. The things I can say are like, if we look at where are the Plymouth Primates, there. Like, from my point of view, this team wants to play very offensively, right? With like setup options, with like trickery. And if we look at the Manx 6 down here, my point of view is like Coco with a calm mindset and the Electric Seed would have done really well here. Because you just set up Calm Minds and stuff like that, and then Palafin dies to T-Bolt, Latias dies to Dazzling Gleam. You have Calm Mind and Recover. And you can set up on everything and just blast apart everything later. But that's a very specific moveset, and you need to position yourself to use it. Otherwise, you just lose a Mon. That is really good. And you would need something else to defog, maybe the Mega Scizor. But it's a very tough situation. Because this team doesn't line up well into the Palafin. Like, Quagsire is the only one that can really stop Palafin. And so you can kind of bait it out. And Darkrai is also just going in this against this team. Even Coco, like, you just sludge bomb it and it's gone, right? So that matchup is just also a bit annoying. I think the Coco set, like Calm and Coco set, could have won. And maybe Zoroark could have fooled the opponent into making a misplay. And it's a good mono-wall. Losing Swallow so early was also just very unfortunate. Because Swallow is really good against this slow team here. Now Cobalion come in, like the Brave Bird probably just absolutely blasts it. Let's see this final match. You see a Raincore versus Lantern. See Hidden Power Eyes, big damage. Don't Terra. Yes, Stealth Rock Spikes. This is also what I do with like Garchomp, right? You don't care that you lose a Mon, you just want the hazard stacked. I think I know what happened here. And this is something, people, always check. I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. Okay. Frustration gets its maximum power when Return has its lowest power, and vice versa. If you place in Frustration, the happiness has to be 0. I think what happened is they had Return first. Maybe switch to Frustration later. Had max happiness here. And that's why the base power was like 1. And that's why it didn't deal any damage. And that just snowballs the game. That's GG. I mean, there's nothing else to be done. There's like absolutely no counterplay. And it really comes down to the one turn. I think there was a lot of play left. But after Glalie was dying, didn't KO the one it was supposed to KO. Like, that's just GG. So always check what you want to run. And if you run Frustration, make sure you are min Happiness. Otherwise, you will find yourself in a position where you get absolutely destroyed by your own moveset. So yeah, a short recap today. I didn't go into as much stuff as last time. I will do again maybe next time with someone else around. As I said, like the last recording was like 2.5 or 3 hours and I went into a lot of detail. I'm very sad that it's lost, but I really can't do it again. And once week 10 is commenced, we will look at the week 10. We see like 4 FFs in 1 week. That's kind of crazy. Once week 10 is finished, we will see each other there. And thanks for watching, and until next time.